we are beginning the lesson 42, the page Yud Dalet 14. Hasulam, the right column, the line 3. Before that, he explained us. You remember that in the world Atzilut, that under the Chazeh, the place of under the Chazeh of the Arichanpin, that place is dressed by Yishsut, and from that place the Masach that stands in the Peh of the Rosh of the Arichanpin starts work. It means has his work, how do you call it, starts working, yes, because Abouima that stand from the Peh to the Chazeh, they are not influenced by this Masach, because they want only Chasadim. But Yishsut needs Chokhmah, and because the Yishsut stands under the Chazeh, Yishsut doesn't receive Chokhmah. And remember now, for all from the Atzilut and further, that under the Chazeh is the place exactly like in Atzilut is the place where not there is no Chokhmah. And there is a special way how to receive this, the Chokhmah. And this is also not the Chokhmah exactly like in the head, but the body of the Chokhmah, zone the Chokhmah, the Chokhmah that corresponds to that place under the Chazeh. Actually, not the Chokhmah, but the Gvurot. It is, Gvurot is like Chokhmah, or better to say, corresponds, better to say, the Chokhmah at the place of the zone, or at the level of the zone, because the zone, due to their lower level, can't stand the Chokhmah. The Chokhmah is only the pure Chokhmah is only in the head of a Partzuf. Can't come into the, let's say, under the Chazeh. But so we see, and he had told us that Atzilut, the world Atzilut, in general, is the world of Chokhmah, delivers, as it were, Chokhmah. Everything in the world Atzilut, in general, is Chokhmah, from the Atik, from the Keter of the Atzilut, up till the Nukva of the Atzilut, is everything Chokhmah. And now he says that, and in the last sentence he said, in the right column, the first line, he said that under the Chazeh, it has shortage of, or lacks the Chokhmah, and is considered as guf bli rosh, as the body without head. You see? So always, so in a particular aspect, Yishsut from Yishsut, and below there is no Chokhmah, even in the Atzilut. But in general, in the general aspect, everything is Chokhmah in the world Atzilut. Up till the Malchut of the world Atzilut is everything Chokhmah. So be careful always when you hear something that maybe can seem you controversial. 3. וזה שאומר, דהייסתים עתיקה וכולי, ברא פו אלה, הבינה שיצאה מהראש, דאריך אנפין, מכוח 5 הנוקבה, שעלתה לחוכמה, דאריך אנפין, וסיימה שם 6 בחינת הראש, דאריך אנפין, שמשום זה יצאה לבחינת זייפן בריאה, וגוף דאריך אנפין כנ"ל. הנה היא נחלקה, אך משום זה לבית בחינות. דאבל פוינט. גר לפני עצמו, וזת נין בפני עצמו. מטעם כי הבינה ממקורה, ב10 ספירות דאור תן ישר. אין מטבעה לקבל חוכמה כלל, אלא רק 1000 אור חסדים בלבד. בסוד הכתוב, כי חפץ חסד הוא 12, ולא חוכמה. And here we place the point. Better in the line 13 in the beginning, so after the bracket. The line 3, וזה שאומר, and this is what he, Zohar, says. The high satim atika, that this concealed atika, atik. So the name, the Zohar uses this name. Satim atika, the concealed atika, vechule, and so forth, etc. Bara for Eile created these ones. You see the word bara, like in the Bria, Abina. And now he tells us about the Bina, and about the Bina that, and we had also already learned this in the beginning of the Zohar, in the sub-commentary Mar'ot HaSulam. And it is good now to learn it here again, because we have learned it at the page Vav, at the page 6. He already gave us this explanation, 6, and then the left, in the left column. If I'm not, yeah. But it is very important point. Habina for Sheyatsa Harosh de Arichanpin. The Bina that came out of the head of the Arichanpin, we can say descended, but literally came out. Mikoch 5 Hanukwa, due to the Nukwa, She'alta lechochma de Arichanpin, that was elevated to the Chochma of the Arichanpin. You remember, as a result of the second Tzimtzum. V'saima sham Pchinat 6 Harosh the Arichanpin, and made the end over there of the aspect of the Rosh of the Arichanpin. Shemishum ze, that because of that, Yatz'a levchinat Briya, the Bina came out in the aspect of the Briya, so became like Briya, Veguf 7, Veguf the Arichanpin, and the Guf, and as a Guf of Arichanpin. Yes, because if someone descends from the Rosh, then he descends to the Guf and becomes the Guf, a part of the Guf, Kanal, as said above. Hinei hi nechlaka eit mishum ze, behold, she, the Bina, this Bina, nechlaka mishum ze, was divided because of this, le bet pchinot, in two aspects, or in two stages. The word bechina is a very wide term in the Kabbalah, a very important one. Bechina, and the plural is bechinot. Aspect, stage, stadium. There are different level, you can say, but something that stands has its own place, its own definition, as it were. 8. So the Bina is divided in two stages, or in two aspects. Double point. Gar lifnei atzmo, gar of itself, in itself, how do you call it? Separately, and literally lifnei atzmo, in itself, separately. V'zat bifnei atzmo, and zat, 7 lower sfirot, bifnei atzmo, separately. 9. Mita'am And very important now, why is it happened that the Binah that descended from the head of the Arihanpin is now divided in two separate pieces. Why? And because it's important also because this is also spiritual, how the illustrates how the spiritual objects function. That over there, that when and where a part of a spiritual object changes, or undergo a change in its quality, then it becomes a separate unit, and this is also happened to this Binah in the Katnut, in the small stage. And the small state is when the Binah descends, or better to say, when the Malchut of the head, in this case of the Arihanpin, rises up to the Chokhmah. Then the Binah descends, and all the Binah in the Guf of the Arihanpin, and then she undergoes these two divisions of the Binah. Gar, the three upper Sfirot, separately, and they make their own Partsuf, and Zat, the Zat of the Binah, and they also separate themselves only for the time of the Katnut, in order to this is tikkun, in order to help the lower, the zone, to rise up, to get their mochin, better to say, to get their mochin. 9, after the first comma. Mita'am, because ki habina mimekora be'eser sferot de or yashar, because the Binah from her source in 10 sferot of the or yashar, of the direct light. Always is important to refer to these 10 sferot of the or yashar. So before the light came into the this whole place where the creation was set up. In the light itself was this division, and the division into 5 sfirot. And if you learn this from the Or Yashar, from these 10 sfirot of the Or Yashar, actually 5 stages, then you know the traits of all of them. So he said, this is because the Binah, Mimekora Be'eser Sfirot de Or Yashar, from her source in the 10 Sfirot of the Or Yashar, of the direct light, 10, Ein mitiv'a lekabel chokhmah klal, has no nature. It's not her nature to receive absolutely not her nature to receive Chokhmah. Ela rak 11 or Chasadim bilvat, but only or Chasadim. Basoda Katuv, in the secret of the verse, Ki Chafetz Chesed hu, because he wants, desires Chesed. 12 Velo Chokhmah, but and not Chokhmah. 13 after the bracket. Ulefichach ein yitziata leguf pogmata klal. 14 Sharei afilu ba'et shehi nimtzet barosh arichanpin. 15 eina mekabelet mimenu chokhmah. Ulefichach ein la 16 shum pechitut shel mashehu michochmat amidata lemata. 17 mimalchut de rosh de arichanpin. Venecheshavet gam ata livchinat 18 rosh gamur ucheilu lo yatsa klal miharosh. 19 de arichanpin dame. Point. Ulefichach 13 and therefore ein yitziata leguf pogamata klal, here outcoming, descending to the guf, to the body of the arichanpin, absolutely didn't harm here. 14 Shahareya filu ba'ed, because even in the time shehi nimtzet barosh arichanpin, when she is standing in the head of the arichanpin, when she is literally situated in the rosh of the arichanpin. 15 eina mekabelet mimenu chokhmah, she doesn't receive from him chokhmah. Ulefichach ein la 16 shum pechitut shel mashu, and this is why, and therefore she has absolutely nothing of damage of worse, minder. He is not, she is not, she didn't become, she absolutely didn't become lesser. Michamat amidata, because of her, due to her standing, lemata mimalchut rosh, below 17 of the malchut de rosh, the arichanpin. Venecheshevet gamata levchinat rosh gamur, and she is considered also now as the aspect 18 of the rosh, of the complete rosh. So this, seemingly, this word bechina, in all its variation, seems some very often how do you call it, overbodig. Unnecessary, because it even as it were makes the sentence not going so fluent, but it is important. So look at this word, it's very important, because when he says, and 17, for instance, and she is considered also now lifhinat rosh, as an aspect rosh. Aspect, it means as something, a unity again, something that stands on its own. Oh, this is a good word, probably. In the line 8, one of the second word, it is abbreviation before the end of the line, lifnei atzmo. It means it stands on its own. Yeah, it's on its own. Gar on its own. Vizat bifnei atzmo, on its own. And now we are descending to our line, and the line 18. And now she is considered also now she is considered as complete Rosh. So nothing less. And she and it looks as if she as if she didn't come out at all from the Rosh at 19 of the Arihanpin. And this word at the end, the last word before the point, dame, is Aramaic, means looks like, or resembles, or seems like 19 after the point. Vehi nitkenet basot aba veima alain. 20. Amal bishin le arichanpin mipe adachaze. Oh, this is important, very important thing, because we are speaking about the partsuf of Abba V'Yima, the higher Abba V'Yima that was this partsuf, Abba V'Yima, actually two partsufim, but together they are connected to each other, that they are now formed at this place of the three of the Gar of the Binah. And so now we will be able to understand the relation between this Binah, three upper Gar of the Binah, three first Sfirot of the Binah, and the Partsuf, let's say Partsufim, Partsuf higher Abba V'Yima, that stands now, that become actually that dress this part of the Binah, this higher part of the Binah. How did they come into existence, these higher Abba v'Ima. Because of this division, because of this change, due to the descending of the Binah, that the Binah is now divided in two parts, Gar and Zat. Gar doesn't want Chokhmah, and that's why they are divided now from the Zat of the Binah. And the Gar of the Binah, this is why, look, this is why the Gar of the Binah now consider it as a separate union in the state of the Katnut. And if this part is now as a separate union, then everything, every spiritual object has 10 sefirot of its own. This is why now the Binah, the Abba Binah, has its own 10 sefirot. And the name of it, Abba v'Ima, aligned the higher Abba v'Ima. So now you will know, and it's important now to fix this. How did we come to this Partsufim? Two Partsufim, we're speaking, okay, we can say 10 sefirot just in general, of these higher Abba v'Ima that dress this Gar of the Binah. Due to this reason that I have just mentioned. 19, after the point. Vehi nitakenet basot, and she, this Binah, this higher Binah, this upper Binah, Gar of the Binah, nitkenet is installed now, from the word tikkun, but she is now installed or made up, basot Abba v'Ima, align in the secret or in the essence of the higher Abba v'Ima. 20. Hamalbishin le arichan pin mi pe adachazeh, that dress the arichan pin from the pe till the chazeh of the arichan pin. Everything is measured towards of from the point of view of the arichan pin. And it doesn't matter further what kind of words we use in our English Zohar lessons. Look, I say dress. Now you use this word dress. Maybe in English you can find much better words, enclosed, all kinds of beautiful English words. But if I say just general, that this Abba v'Ima, this higher Abba v'Ima, dress this Binah like this, then you know what it means. This is important. You see, even if we would, this is how we make a kind of our special English for Zohar, in the way we can do it. The important thing is not the beauty, but that you understand what we are studying. This is important. And you further can make up it for you in other words if you like, because it's your mother language, doesn't matter, but just this simple way, it must work, and this is enough. And in the spirituality, again, we don't look for words, for beautiful words. When I read beautiful translations of the Kabbalah in English, it's great, tremendous, but this is not spirituality. It is like literature. So it doesn't matter what it comes to me, a word. I try to give a word that suits to what we are, or what the Zohar is speaking about. And you know already this, so in this way we have our vocabulary. We did it also the same with the Dutch terminology. So I also, when I have studied the Dutch site, at that time there were no sites, no websites, no terminology. I went to libraries. There were no one book I could find at that time on Kabbalah. Nothing. Now you have plenty books of the Kabbalah, but at that time was no one book on the Kabbalah I could see at that time. And when I have started with the site, working on the site was not yet made up. And so I tried to make some terminology. All the terminology I just translated them into Dutch. It is always not always the best words or the best terminology. I mean, some of them, sounds probably archaic and not like everyday Dutch language. I mean, doesn't matter. But our students are already used to them. Doesn't matter that the language is this or this or that. So it must give you a relief when you hear that I say something that probably not completely, not the modern language, or completely something that doesn't matter. It must work. It must come from a right place, and it must come to you with the right intention. So now he had told us about this upper Bina, the three first Sfirot of the Bina, and the Partsuf Abouima that dressed this upper Bina. This is only the place of these three upper Sfirot of the Bina, but because she is now she differentiates herself from her seven lower Sfirot. This is why she is now an separated unit, and this is why the new Partsuf, or even two Partsufim, Abba V'Ima, father and mother, higher father and mother, dress this Bina, and this is what he says, dress Abba V'Ima, higher Abba V'Ima, they dress the Arichampin from Pe till the Chazeh, because this is the place of the three first Sfirot of the Bina of the Arichampin. Try to visualize this. If it is still difficult, use the drawings that you have. 20 after the point. Ubchina habet 21 shehi hazat de bina hine hem mivchinat hitkalalut 22 hazon babina shehem shorashim shel hazon הנמצאים 23 בבינה, ולפיכך הם צריכים להרת חוכמה 24 בשביל הזון, ועל כן הם נפגמו מחמת מציאותם 25 בגוף דאריך אנפין, ונעשו למחוסרי חוכמה, והם 26 נחשבים לבריאה, ולבק בלי ראש. Point. And now he speaks about this zat of the Binah. Very, very important thing, because we are connected to this, due to this zat of the Binah in every place, in every 10 sferot. We have the possibility to improve ourselves, to receive mochin, light, to rise up on the from one level to another level, to receive help from above, etc. This is the great provision from above. The result of the second Tzimtzum. 20 Ubchina habet, and the second aspect. Again, you see, he calls it aspect. So it is a union on itself that stands on itself in the Katnut. 21 Shehi hazad de bina, that she is the zat of the bina. She, because pchina aspect is feminine in Hebrew. You can see it because on the ending of the word bchina ends with the letter hey. Very often, normally it is a feminine word, not always. Ubchina habet, and the second aspect, shehi hazat 21 de bina, that she is the zat, the 7 lower of the bina. Hinei had mivchinat hitkalut hazon bebina. Look what he says. Behold, they are from the aspect of the enclosure of the zat bebina. Enclosure, they are from the aspect of the enclosure of the zon in the bina. You see, 7 lower sferot are always zon, are always zeir anpin and nukva. Wherever it is, it can be. So in the bina is also the 7 lower sferot is enclosure of the zone in the bina. Is this a bina? No, it's not a bina itself. but enclosure of the zone in the Bina. I will just give a little bit extra information. Shehem Shorashim, look what he says, that they are the roots of the zone, of the Zeranpin and Nukwa, of the real ones. So, who are real ones? Zone at their own place. Animtsaim Babina, which roots of the zone are situated in the Bina. Ulefichach hem tzrichim leharat chochma bishvil hazon. And this is why they, Yishsud, or 7 lower Sfirot of the Bina, need the shining of the Chochmah 24 Bishvila zone, for the zone. Valken, and this is, and therefore, Hem Nivgamu, they are damaged. They feel the damage, or they are damaged, Michamat Metziutam Baguf Arichanpin, because of their situation, or because of they being situated in the Guf of Arichanpin, because now they are standing in the Guf of Arichanpin. They need Chochmah, and because they are standing in the Guf of Arichanpin, under the Chazeh, they feel they are suffering of the fact that they don't have the Chochmah. They need the Chochmah in order to give it to the zone. V'shenasu lemechosrei Chochmah, that they became lack of the Chochmah, lacking Chochmah. Vehem 26 nechshavim libriya, and they are considered these 7 lower of the Sfirot of the Bina. They are considered libriya, they are considered as briya. It means briya of the Atzilut. Because you remember that up till the above the Chazeh is Atzilut, the Atzilut. And under the Chazeh, up till the Tabur of the Atzilut, this is the Briya of the Atzilut. So they are considered as Briya of Atzilut. Briya also from the word bara, from the word bar, outside of vak bli rosh, and they are considered as vak, 6 endings, bli rosh, without head, like Zeranpin vak is 6 endings, without head. Uh, 26. Let him. He speaks about still about this 7 lower Sfirot of the Bina. We are going further, and when we will have a moment, then maybe I will tell a little bit more about this. Where Aleihem 27 Neymar Abba Hotsia Ima Lachutz Dainu Levar 28 Miharosh Be'arichanpin Vehem Nikraim Yeshsu Umalbishin 29 Le'arichanpin Michazeh ad hatabur. Vahabanim shelahem, shehem theti hazon, hem malbishim, mitabur ulemata. And after the word ulemata, one of the second word from the end of the line 30. You see the comma, you can, how do you call it, get it away. Erase it. You can erase it. Ulemata de arichanpina. The ulemata de arichanpin. 31. Ad siyum olama atzilut. 26. After the point. Valehem, and about them, literally, about this Zat de Bina. Neymar, it is said somewhere in the Tanakh, Abba hotzi ima lachutz. Abba Abba brought ima outside. What does it mean? Because all in the Torah, all what we have, this, the structure of the worlds, everything what we are studying in the Zohar is taken from the Torah, from the Tanakh. And in the Tanakh, what can you understand? What can one understand? That Abba brought Ima, the father brought Ima, the mother, outside. You see, but these great Kabbalists, a few, actually, Shimon Bar Yochai and Ari and people and these rabbis who were with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, they could, and of course, the Torah sages, they could derivate the Torah texts of the Torah Tanakh and get it out pieces of that and laying connection with the tree of life. Dehainu, what it means that Abba brought Ima outside. Dehainu. Levar 28 Miharosh de Arichanpin. That means outside of the Rosh of the Arichanpin. Vehem Nikraim Yishsut, and they are called Yishsut. This is abbreviation of Yisrael Saba, this is the masculine part, and Tfuna is the feminine part. Umalbishin 29 Le Arichanpin, look what he says. So he gives us the positions, and they are addressing they dress themselves upon the Arichanpin. 29 Michazeh at Tabur, from the Chazeh till the Tabur. Vahabanim shelahem, and their sons, Shehem 30 Hazon, that they are the Zon, Zeranpin and Nukwa, the right one. I mean, the right Zeranpin and Nukwa of the world Atzilut. It means the 6 Sfirot, the the 7 Sfirot, 6 Sfirot of Zeir and Pin, and Nukwa 1, 7 Sfirot of the main Sfirot of the Atzilut. Because Atzilut has Keter, Chochma, Bina, and then 7 Sfirot of the real Zon, Zeir and Pin, and Nukwa. This is what he says, that their sons, that they are the Zon, Zeir and Pin, and Nukwa, Hem Malbishim, they dress, they are dressing, they dress the place, mitabur ulemata, from the tabur, and below the Arichanpin, of the Arichanpin. 31. Ad siyum olam atzilut, up till the end of the world atzilut, up till the parsa. V'zeh sod haparsa, shebagoi 32 me'ohi de Arichanpin, העומדת מחזה שלו, כי היא כוח 33 המלכות, שבראש דאריכנפין, המוציא את הזת 34 דבינה לבר מראש. ומפריעתם מלקבל חוכמה. 35. כי אף על פי שמסך הזה עומד בפה דראש דאריכנפין. 36. מכל מקום שם אינו פועל כלום, כי שם עומדים 37 אבא ואמא אליים, שהם בחינת הגר דבינה, הנחשבים 38 עוד לבחינת ראש אריכנפין, מטעם הנ"ל, ונמצא כי 39 רק במקום החזה, דהיינו ממעל הזת דבינה, 40 שולט כוח המסך להוציא הזת דבינה שמתחתיו, 41, לבר מראש דאריכנפין, וזכור זה. Tremendous, how much patience he has, the Yehuda Ashlag, Baal Sulam, the author of the Sulam. And exactly, and how he describes this, the language is short and clear. It is without this commentary, the mankind would not understand a word in Zohar. You see? And there is a commentary of Zohar, a great commentary, Pardes Remonim, of the name of this. I have this book as a file in Word or in HTML of the great Moshe Cordovero. What can you understand over there? He was a great Kabbalist. 2 years before the death, the Ari, he died 2 years before Ari. And it is as if centuries divided them. And this is why Ari is now still, up till the end of up till the coming of the Mashiach, is actual, is no one can improve it. And this commentary of Moshe Cordovero, I tried it many times, and it doesn't work. And no one would understand a word of the Zohar. I said no one, I mean, of course, the ordinary, normal people, like we are. We would not understand this. Probably, of course, there are great sages like Gaon Mivilno, Gaon of Vilna, other great ones who could even understand this without the time was not yet for Hasulam, for this commentary that was written somewhere in the 40s, maybe beginning of the 50s. Because he was died, I think, somewhere in 1955, like this. Yehuda Ashlam. That a great thing that we are in this generation, that we can use this, and it is for everyone. You see, I say that it is for everyone. It is not you don't need to be intellectual. It is great written. It is easy. Easy, I mean, easy way to describe spirituality. You can't get it nowhere. All other sources are difficult and ununderstandable. A lot of levushim, a lot of dress upon dressings. No way to understand this. Look, and now 31. Very, 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 very important thing what he is speaking about. So he speaks about this place of Chazeh of the Arichanpin. Vizeh Sod HaParsa, and this is the secret of the Parsa. Division, this division, Shebagoi Me'ohi the Arichanpin, that is in the internals, within the internals 32 of the Arichanpin. Haomedet b'chazeh shelo, that stands in the chazeh, in his chazeh. What this means, internals, I have tried already, we explained, I think, last time. The division, you remember the division in a person also, in a human being, in a body of someone. The division, the peristatica, the peristatics, remember? The division between the upper system, the system of the how do you call it? No, digestion is under these peristaltics, and above is we have these lungs. You see, the system of breathing systems. To breath, you see, where the pipes that are filled with air. So this division, the place that divides this upper system of the breathing, breathing, yes, of the breathing. We call it like this: the breathing system. So upper system, and the digestion system, where the stomach and everything is. This place is called the Parsa Shebegoi Me'ohi. This is the Aramaic. The Parsa, the division that stands within the internals of the Arichanpin, because it's internal organs of the Arichanpin, internal places of the Arichanpin. Haomedet b'chazeh shelo, that which Parsa stands in his chazeh. Ki hi, look what he says. Ki hi koach hamalchut, because this Parsa is the strength, 33, of the Malchut, Shebarosh, the Arichanpin, that is in the Rosh of the Arichanpin. Hamotzi et Azad de Bina levar mirosh, that brings the Zad de Bina levar mirosh, outside of the Rosh, because the Rosh, we see that the Rosh qualitative ends with the Chazeh, because Abouim are reluctant, by their nature, are reluctant to the light of the Chokhmah. They need only the Chasadim. This is why the strength of the Malchut in the Rosh of the Arichanpin, where the Masach stands, brings the Zat of the Bina outside of the Rosh. So from the Zat of the Bina, it means that from the Zat of the Bina, the strength of the Masach is already felt, or feels. One can feel it. Reluctant, I don't know whether it's the right word. Doesn't matter. 34. So she is indifferent. The Bina, I don't know, reluctant, she is indifferent for the light of Chokhmah. So it's that's why because she prefers only the Chasadim. 34, after the comma. Ha-mafriyatam milekabel chokhmah, which, and this parsa, how do you call it, disturbs them, doesn't allow them to receive chokhmah, prevents them, and she umafriyatam, and this parsa prevents them, the zat of the bina, receiving the chokhmah. Yes, because from this parsa within the internals of the Arichanpin, this at the Chazeh of the Arichanpin. From this point, there is the power, the strength of the Masach is already valid. This is why under this parsa is no chokhmah can be received. 35. Ki af al pi she masach hazeh omed bapeh derosh arich anpin. We have already spoken about this, but again and again, because it's very important here, says it again and again. Ki afal pi, because ondanks het feit, because despite of the fact that this masach, look, omed bapeh de rosh arich anpin, stands in the peh of the rosh of the arich anpin. 36. Mikol makom, still sham, over there, in the peh of the arich anpin, in the peh of the rosh of the arich anpin, eino poel klum, it doesn't work at all. It doesn't show his strength. Why? Ki sham omdim, because over there stand 37. Abouima elai, the higher Abouima, shehem b'chinat, the fourth word in the line 37, the letter Hey, in the letter Hey, change in Het. This is the abbreviation of Bechina, aspect. Because over there, from the peh of the Rosh of the Arich Anpin, stand higher Abouima. You know, this is the standard place of the Abouima. Shehem Pchinata Garde Bina, that they are the aspect of the Garde Bina, the first three Sfirot of the Bina. Hanechshavim 38 Od Lefinat Rosh, that they are considered still as the aspect of the Rosh of the Arich Anpin. Mita'am Hanal, due to the reason as said above, because they want only Chasadim. V'nimtza, and therefore, ki v'nimtza ki 39 rak b'makom hachazeh, and therefore only in the place of the Chazeh, dehainu, it means mima alazat, the bina, above the seven, the zat of the bina. 40. Sholet koach hamasach, rules the strength of the masach. Rules, or maybe another word, has the power, the strength of the masach, lehotzi hazad de bina, in order to bring the zat of the bina out, shemitachat levar mirosh de arich anpin, that is under them, under this masach, stands under this masach, under the chazeh, better to say. 41. Levar mirosh de arich anpin, outside the Rosh of the Arichanpin. With Zohar the end, remember this. So the Rosh ends, of course, naturally at the Peh of the Rosh. But because the Abba V'Ima wants only Hasadim, that means that the actual strength of the end of the Chokhmah is only from the Chazeh of the Arichanpin. 42. He's still speaking about this Binah, the two aspects of the Binah, and this is why I don't want him to interrupt him about the source of this, a higher source of in the 10 Sfirot of this phenomenon, in 10 Sfirot of the Or Yashar. 42. Ulevichach Hagar de Bina Nikraim Bashem Hai Satim 43 Atika Ki Harosh de Arichanpin Nikra Atika Kadisha. 42. Vekivan Shahagar de Bina Afal Pi Shehem Mipe Ulemata, the left column, the first line, the Arichanpin. Nivchanim Ki'ilu Omdim Od Barosh the Arichanpin 2. Al Ken Nikraim Gam Kem Bashem Atika Kmo Harosh 3 the Arichanpin. Ela Mishum Himatzam Baguf Arichanpin Nikra Bashem for Satim Atika. Poet. Look how it is great, how the Zohar concealed from everything, and still it is the way, look, the way how to understand these terms of the Zohar. Look at how he explains this to us. Ulefichach 42, the right column, the line 42. Ulefichach, and this, and therefore, Hagar de Bina, the Gar de Bina, Nikraim Bashem, they are called as the Zohar calls them. Like we have started from where we have started our lesson. You remember the line, the right column, the line 3. Over there he says that V'zeh shomer, and this is what he says, the Zohar. The high Satim Atika, that this Satim Atika, this concealed Atika, Bara Eile, created these ones. And so this was for him the reason to explain about this Bina and the division of this Bina. And now he, after all this explanation of this Bina and the two aspects of her and the Masach and the Chazeh, now he returns to this actually to give us the answer of what is this Satim Kadisha. Who is this Satim Atika? That he created this. Look, 42, Ulefichach, and therefore, Hagar de Bina, look, Hagar de Bina, So these three first of the Binah, Nikraot, they are called Bashem in the name of this Satim Atika. They are called in the name of this concealed Atika. Why? Look, why they are called Atika? Atika is Atik. Yes. Why is the Zohar uses this expression high? This or not high is this means Satim Atika, the concealed Atika. Look, this is what he wants us to explain, and this is a great how it works. This Satim Atika, this concealed Atika. So this is the Gar of the Binah, is the name of this. The Zohar, in this case, uses this name, calls them, the Gar of the Binah, Satim Atika, the concealed Atika. Why? Ki harosh the Arichan Pin. Look, because the Rosh of the Arichan Pin, Nikra Atika Kadisha. Look, is called Atika Kadisha. Kadisha means the holy Atika. Or the saint, no, the holy Atika. The holy Atika. 44. Vekivan Shahagar de Binah. And due to the fact that the Gar de Binah, Afalpi Shahem Mipeu Lemata, despite the fact that they are situated from the Peh and below of the Arichan Pin, the first line, the left column. So they are not in the head, they are in the body, in the goof of the Arichan Pin. Nivchanim, they are still considered Keilu Omdim Od Barosh the Arichan Pin, as if they are still standing in the Rosh of the Arichan Pin. As if they are still stand in the Rosh of the Arichan Pin. Two. We remember why, because they want only Chasadim, so it doesn't work with them, the Masach, towards them. Al-Ken, this is why. Nikraim Gam Hem, look what he says, this is why also they, the Gar de Binah, are called in the name Atika. Kmo Harosh the Arichan Pin, like the head of the Arichan Pin. How deep is this Zohar? Look, Ela Mishum Him Atzam Baguf the Arichan Pin, but because they are standing in the goof of the Arichan Pin, they are called in the name Satim Atika, concealed Atika, and not Atika Kadisha, like the head of the Arichan Pin. Why they are concealed? Why they are? Probably he will explain this to us. But they are, you see, they are concealed because look why it is. The head is not concealed, but the body of the Partsuf is concealed. It means that the the goof of the Partsuf is dressed by the lower Partsuf. And this dressing from outside of a new Partsuf conceals hides the body, the guf, of the previous parzuf. This is just, I said this, but we will see what he will say. This is general what I said, in general. But we have several minutes, so we will not go further here. We will study B'ezrat Hashem the next time. But several words about this Binah that has in itself 7 lower sfirot that are enclosure, as it were, of the zone of her sons. How it comes? You remember how it comes that Keter gives from the 5 stages of the Or Yashar, or he said here about the 10 Sfirot of the Or Yashar, of direct light. So the Keter gives the light to the Chokhmah just receives this without any response, just receives what the Keter gives. But the Binah sees, or in the light, the Binah has then the Binah receives this light, and she sees that the light is the Chokhmah, the Rishimo of the Chokhmah. That the Chokhmah receives the light, but the Keter is within the light of the Keter, is within the Chokhmah, and the Keter wants to give. And then Binah sees that it is a greater thing to give. That this is why the Binah decides not to receive the light, to resemble the Keter. But at the end of her development, she decides to receive the Chokhmah, from the Chokhmah, in order to be able to give something, because only the wish to give is not enough. Because, you see, this is the Binah, this is the quality of the trait of the Binah. The wish to give she takes from the Keter, and the wish to receive a bit, to give it to her children, she receives from the Chokhmah. So at the end of her development, she gets the Chokhmah, a little bit of the Chokhmah, and this receipt of the Chokhmah makes in her the difference in quality. So it makes in her this enclosure, as it were, of these 7 lower sfirot, or you can say just Zeir Anpin and Nukwa, because Zeir Anpin is 6. This receipt of her at the end of her development of some light of Chokhmah in order to give to the zone. But because she doesn't want to receive the Chokhmah, it's not her quality, then it considers it as if the zone now are in her belly, and then when she receives enough Chokhmah for them, then they are separate from her and make a new stage or new phase. After the Binah comes the Zeir Anpin and then Nukwa. And this is the source. The source of this phenomenon, as the phenomenon of the Yishsut, that the 7 lower Sfirot of the Binah, they have the commitment to help the Zon anytime. Because of this, because still from the these 5 stages of the Or Yashar. And then we will see it another time happened in the second receipt of light in the Parzuf Ab. Because what it was in the Parzuf Ab? In the Parzuf Sag, in the Parzuf Galgalta, what it was? The light came into the body, Keter in the Keter, in the place of the Keter, light Keter came in the place of the Keter, because there was only one Kli, Malchut. There was not Kli yet, Kilim. But the subordination was above, is the place of the Keter in the body of the Galgalta. So the Keter came in the place of the Keter, the Chochmah in the place of the Chochmah. This is the first receipt, Hitpashtut Aleph. But then the lights were, were gone, yeah? And then, when the lights from the Guf were gone, the light of Keter didn't come anymore in the Parzufim. This, because of the necessity to build up the, to develop the Kilim. Then it was the next stage. Now, what was in the Parzuf Ab, in the second Parzuf of the Adam Kadmon? The light Chochmah comes in the Kli Keter. Then the Kli Keter can withstand it. Then the light of Binah comes in the Kli Chochmah. Yes? And now guess, the light of the Chesed, and the Chesed is the highest sphere of all the Zat. So the sphere of the light of the Chesed comes into who? Into the Kli of Binah. You see? So from the Parzuf up, we see that the light Chesed came in the Kli Binah. It means that this light of the Chesed, this was the, as it were, the man. Later it will be the man, but this is already the, and nothing disappears in the spirituality. So this 7 lights, as it were, because if the light Chesed came, in the light Chesed you have also the smaller lights, light of Gvora, light of Tiferet, etc. But they are not mentioned. This is in the Kli of the Binah. So the Binah must give birth of them. So we will see, but just these are 2 sources of this Zat de Binah, that they are responsible for bringing up and giving the Mochin to the Zon.